Hello, and welcome to Shaping the Cloverfield, episode 142. I want to start by reminding everybody to protect your children from school. We recently closed out our Shutterfly account yesterday. There was some bullshit that they send you saying that you have to respond to this and make us do it, and saying that there's some exceptions of you can't get rid of everything. Bitch, there ain't no fucking exception. You better get rid of all of our shit. There's no way you can prove if you did or not. If we had no idea that you was fucking affiliated with the Epstein shit. I'm mad as hell. My partner's brother told her about Shutterfly back when, and because you could save because you had to pay the Apple bullshit, but we don't like paying that either because Apple on the shit list for the Palestine, and you're trying to do the boycott, but it's fucking ridiculous that everything, it's like embedded in everything, so it's hard to fucking avoid. And so she was going to do this, she didn't sign up for Certified, which she would regret because she did not know it was related to the Epstein bullshit. She annoyed because, well, her brother's the one that he let her know about it, he didn't know about it, and she was annoyed because her niece and nephew was on that roll of pictures, and but they had school pictures after that, so it's fucked up, is all I can say. And you better have scrubbed all of our pictures, because we was not aware that you were using that for nefarious purposes and affiliated with nefarious bastards exploiting children. So ain't no law gonna protect that shit. You do not have our consent to ever have our pictures ever again or keep any pictures that we gave you. So, protect children from school. All this time, goddamn Life Church, like I mentioned last week, was a catalog for predators. Unacceptable. Not right. Dangerous place. Children should not be in school. Children should be in nature. Children should be learning how to cook. Children should be learning how to care for themselves and take care of their family and cook their own food and grow their own food. Be self-sufficient. Not slaves to the goddamn merry-go-round continuation to serve nefarious bastards. People shouldn't have to fucking pay school taxes. Schools have proven that they're not safe place for children. Submitting their image and their address and all their personal information to fucking predators. Protect the children from school. That should be enough to say, we don't trust this bullshit no more. Protect the children. All right, now we're going to talk about coming up. As we always remind everybody that Mark Pastor always did on his presentation of his content is on LordofDiscipling.com, which you recently checked that, and for some reason that you can't bring it up, so somebody's screwing with that. But a lot of his videos are on YouTube, so looking at his stuff because he knows what he's talking about. He's been warning people for years. So, as he always reminded us on his podcast, that the cold blood sacrifice season is coming up. As Mark Pastor always reminded his listeners, the cold blood sacrifice season starts on March 22nd through May 1st. They have been doing a lot of shit lately. Well, they're always up to grotesque shit, but it's just being more exposed on a mass scale. One of the greatest errors was making online connection available to the masses. They cannot stop us from connecting and sharing with one another. We can also connect with citizens of other countries and find out what's actually going on with the citizens instead of own channels translated by a talking head with a USB port in their back. Now, they have, hold on, I lost my place. Now they have infiltrated alternative media, so always be vigilant and use discernment when listening to content. Anybody that tell you going to vote your way out of this shit, hell no. Both parties are shit. Both things be flapping in the files. No rulers. No rulers. You exalt an individual above you, giving your power away is unacceptable. Don't do that. Stop doing that. Idolatry is a malignant, cancerous disease. You have more power than you think. Together, we can bring this shit down. We do not comply. We do not cooperate. The rat is so fucking delusional of grandeur that he wants fucking insane asylums to lock everybody up that don't like him. These motherfuckers are cracked out. Motherfucker, rat, go to Mars and take all your rat pack with you because we don't want you here. Pillaging the planet, trying to force people in your cult. You want to fucking implant Neuralink in people's skull. Delusions of grandeur. You fucking control all the media bullshit. You want to censor people that are telling the truth. Nobody wants your garbage, rat. Take your Neuralink, shove it up your ass. Why don't you have one? We do not comply. We do not comply. These motherfuckers and their goddamn delusional grandeur should fucking check them right into their own goddamn insane asylum. And incinerate that shit. Predators, psychopaths, they're looking to exploit children and the most vulnerable. Do not rationalize the Neuralink bullshit or whatever the fuck kind of controlling device. Never do I want to hear anybody rationalizing that for most vulnerable. Not okay for anybody. Everybody's rights are sacred. Even those who have problems that some people might think they should be monitored, no. You don't monitor nobody like that. They shouldn't be implanted in animals either. Don't put that shit in nobody, no being. That is a violation against a sentient being. To put any kind of device. Unless it's medically necessary for a life saving. And even then, people gotta make sure it's not something that's being monitored by the nefarious bastards of Palantir. Most people need to be protected like never before. Because these motherfuckers don't give a fuck. Exploit people, rip people out of their homes, harass people. Fuck ICE and all the order followers who aren't coming together and taking care of people. They're not serving the people, letting these motherfuckers do whatever they want and drag people away. Why are you not going after predators? Why are you not going after predators? Why are you not going after people that are using children's images and giving that list to predators? Why aren't you going after order followers are morally culpable for their actions? Order followers carry it out. Was you invading countries to start wars? What Iran do here? Nothing. Go starting wars, destabilizing people and taking their rights away and destroying the people's lives in Gaza for their own personal bullshit. That's their land, leave it alone. This is Turtle Island. Stop harassing people. People are welcome here as long as they're not harming anybody. If you harm children and you harm people, you're not welcome here. You're not welcome on this planet. We live to God, benevolent beings who need to help. We live to God, benevolence and benevolent beings who are trying to survive and live here. Just live their lives without being bothered, without having the right of water taken away by national greed and the power, and everybody got right to eat, not exploit Earth's resources for profit. You live here, you have a right to eat, you have a right to drink, you have a right to shelter. You have a right to health care that you need to survive. You have a right to have your child stay home and not go to the predator institution. You have a right to not pay toward a predator institution. And stop voting for these predator bullshitters who don't care about you. The backs of individuals here that work and take care of each other is what holds everything up. Not these motherfuckers that want to enrich themselves on people's suffering. It's up to us to stand up, take care of each other and the planet. So, back to what I was talking about. So always use discernment, whoever you're listening to. We also became aware that they owned Oracle Broadcasting, which I think was the birthplace of alternative media with a devious plan. I don't think they expected Mark Pastor's work on there, though, back then. If you are interested in his work, visit whatandthatshappening.com. But like I said, I tried to access some of that content, and it says there's a problem with the server. But check him on YouTube, search him on YouTube, especially the natural law presentation, which was wonderful. His presentations are brilliant, especially natural law seminar, like I said, but I don't think enough listeners had the patience to take what he shared in and reflected outside of themselves. That's why we do what we do. We try our best to share what we know, to empower others, to take their power back, and stop giving that away to rulers. Voting gives your power away. Stop looking to predators and begging them for what nature has already given to you. The Dark Priest class has their occult blood sacrifice season beginning on March 22nd, the tides of March. They prey on the suffering of the masses with false flag tragedies, which doesn't mean lives weren't lost. It means it was a covert operation to create a false narrative, justify war or a nefarious agenda, or the murder of an individual who was well known and trying to help others and encourage love and compassion to all, known as a killing of the king ritual. They feast on fear, mourning, and suffering. They also feed on anger. Don't give them any of it. Righteous anger is permitted, though. You can say, speak out, yes, but don't let it eat you alive. Don't give them the satisfaction. Keep coming back. You feel like you got knocked down, get up. Keep talking. Do whatever you gotta do. If you don't get any views, you get any views, whatever. Put it in the ether. It's important. Focus your attention on truth. That is the goal right here, is truth. It's not what I say, not what anybody say, not what Mark said, not what nobody say. Truth is objective. There's no opinion here. It's simply what is. And the biggest lie anybody has ever said was freedom isn't free. Freedom is free, given to you by the law of nature. Man trying to make it not free, but that's the biggest lie you ever heard. Freedom is free. But those who believe it ain't keep everybody in prison, fighting for that. No. Freedom is free. We're free to not give our consent. We're free to withhold consent. We're free to say no when somebody tells us something that ain't right. We have a right to react how we choose to. We have a right to not comply. Nonviolent resistance. But if somebody's going to attack you, you have every right to attack them with whatever you have. You have every right to self-defense. Somebody coming at you. April is a month of sadistic celebration for them. They want attack, rebirth, and renewal. Easter is in April. Yeshua was a man who spread truth. He'd be disgusted to know he was turned into a religious icon. That was not what he wanted. Imagine doing good, then being murdered for it, and the murderer's bloodline teaching future generations that the murder of innocents forgives their sins. He was trying to free people from the disease of religion and government. They resented his popularity and his message to free people from their cult. So they murdered him for it and turned him into a religious icon to control the masses with. How psychopathically sadistic to believe that someone's murder would forgive the sins of another. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was murdered on April 4th. He spoke out for everyone and taught people that content of character was what matters most. Powerful line, never forget. Me too, it don't matter. What is your content of character? They had a problem with that, of course, the various bastards. So they thought they could murder him and continue the nefarious agenda. They all celebrate April 20th, which is Hitler's birthday. So be vigilant that day especially. We don't forget, we outnumber them by far. We're not afraid of death. We're not afraid, period. We are here to protect the earth, children, and all benevolent beings. Together, we will shut down this shit because love is powerful. The infinite life force exists beyond death or unaliving or whatever word magic the bullshit dark priest class wants us to call it now. We are vessels of truth. Cut us down, the stump still sprouts, new trees still grow, greenery always sprouts through the cement. We are the seeds. They always forget that. Who the hell knows what they are planning for this year as a cold blood sacrifice season? But it's our new year. We are spring, and we will always return. As Monrovia sings in Heavy Foot, no, they're never going to keep us all down. So I thank you for listening, and I will see you on the next one.